Taken in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of...
And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Antonio Gibson, the ball carrier.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. And they'll be led out by their mobile quarterback, standing 6'4". It's Colin Kaepernick.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Raheem Mostert, the 40.
The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Kaepernick looking to throw, 3rd and 2. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Mostert. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second and goal from the 1. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
On first down, it's Gibson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. We'll check on his status when we get back. First down, Winston. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down now, it's Gibson. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. Winston now to throw on first down. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jacoby Myers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Call it a gain of 1 yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the 49er 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
4th down pass. Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense First and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
There's Mostert. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, San Francisco.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
On second down, Mostert. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This is Mostert. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. He'll have a first down past the 40. Got his target, Samuel. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A great pickup there, 35 yards. And obviously the first down to go along with it.
First down, 49ers.
Mostert. Tackle made by Chase Young. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Chase Young on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 35-yard line.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Open man is Samuel, complete.
Kaepernick's pass.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Mostert. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
One more time with Mostert. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Santos' kick is up and through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
31-yard line.
A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Open man is Myers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target. But it's going to be second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On second down, Winston again. He'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off the play fake, Winston. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. From the gun, Winston. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Brought down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the pin...
And the pressure gets to him again. Javon Kinlaw in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the... Clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And Kittle catching the slant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 35-yard line.
Now Mostert.
Raheem Mostert, the 49er.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. In this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The ball carrier.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up second and 7.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. A first down run there by Mostert, but it won't accomplish much. In fact, officially he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage, second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. This is Bell, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 11-yard line.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have moved down in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Winston. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Working out of the gun, Winston. We'll find Gibson here, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
4 yards.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll throw again. Winston. That one caught by Gibson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this is going to be 49er football.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Kaepernick going to throw. Completes it to Samuel.
Kaepernick's pass.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw, Kaepernick. This will be caught just inside the 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
He was brought down.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Niners on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, San Francisco.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers jumped.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. Kaepernick to throw for it on fourth. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And the 49er hands team does its job. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, a run with Mostert. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the two-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Winston.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Again, it's Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. From the red zone now, Winston. And he's got it. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Niners, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Washington, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And